Hey everybody, it says we're live, and sorry that we're a couple minutes late. Ed was doing his hair, and Bobby was doing his makeup, and Skipper wouldn't wake up. So there you go. None of it's my fault, of course, it never is. I'm going to say hello to some people. Haley is going to be with us, but she had to put little one down and having a little trouble getting her. She said just a few more minutes. So how is the sound doing, by the way? Somebody will just give us a sound check. Somebody give us a sound check, or I'll keep singing.
Well, I mean, are you talking to us on panel, or is somebody in chat?
Somebody in chat.
Oh, okay.
Maria Z says, sounds is okay.
All right.
Sound is okay, not sounds. I don't know why I added this.
You guys want to say hello to people, or you want me to do it?
You can do it.
Oh, me do it? All right. Hey, Skippers. Hey, Alan. Hey, Maria. Hey, Rob at Aquatic Aesthetics. Hey, Color Guppies. Tiffany White. We got to talk to you in a minute if we still have time before Haley comes, and if not, we still need to talk to you about the swap. Dan Slee, welcome. Kevin Leon. Ricky with RB. I think Haley's here. Let me see.
Uh-oh, Susie Q wrote Haley without the extra Y.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, Haley.
Hello.
Haley, we were started a few minutes late, so I was just saying hello to people. But I'll just continue that so we can get started if you want. So, all right. How are you doing?
I'm tired.
You look like you're tired, bless you.
I'm always tired. I got bedtime done. We're reading Life of Pi for bedtime. That's fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like it to me.
Still more work. I got to clock back into work and finish a bunch of emails.
Oh, no. Well, at least you get paid for it, right?
Right.
Right. Well, we appreciate you coming.
No problem.
Know how busy you are. Well, I had posted on the thumbnail that you were going to talk about plants and a low-tech setup, but that was just because you wanted me to give you a topic. You can talk about anything you want to.
We can talk about
anything.
We can talk about low-tech plants.
That sounds good.
I can't chat, so.
All right.
Maybe I can't.
What do you know about them? And you want us to interrupt you with questions? And
Yeah. You can give me the questions.
all right.
I can answer the questions.
We may not have any yet since you hadn't. Scott said her hair's changed since I saw it last time. It's changed several times, Scott.
It changes all the time. I'm currently rocking this mohawk.
Uh-oh, Ricky says he's here. He's lurking while he's mad. Uh-oh. I'll get with you, Ricky.
Let me see if I
There's Mike.
got some fish
Farm.
to look at than my horrible mohawk.
All the best people are here. We got 43, so we've got a good house too, Haley. Nola Jane. Paul McCarthy. Scott. Dan.
Haley,
Dan's
are you
here.
What's that?
Haley, are you able to make it like a giant spiked mohawk?
Yeah, I just don't have enough product for that.
It would probably like cost $50.
Yeah, and a lot of hairspray. Plus, I don't like hairspray or any of that kind of stuff. Mostly because I'm always in a fish tank.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Tim's here. Sandy Dowdy. All the cool kids are here.
All the cool kids.
S is here. Fishy Mon.
You know, Haley, I got to say, it is very, very cool to have you here with us, hanging out with us, because you know I just absolutely love your videos, and it's good to finally meet you. Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome. It's nice to meet you too. I need to do more videos because I've been really mostly because I've been super busy because my whole life is different now. But whatever.
Well, okay. You know, you just said you don't like to wear hair product because you're always in fish tanks. Can you take us? You know, a lot of people don't know what harm like normal body stuff that we put on ourselves every day can do to a fish tank.
Oh,
What do you want to tell us about that?
I don't
That
know
would be awesome.
or anything, or like perfumes or like that. Just because constantly I'm having to put my hands in not only my fish tanks at work, and it's real easy to like. I put on my lotion in the morning, hands smell nice, and you know all that, and then you get to work and you don't think about it, and you stick your hand in a tank, or you go to clean something or whatever, and I mean all it takes is like this much of something crash, and you don't know why. For instance, let's say since everybody's using all this hand sanitizer now, right? Everybody's sanitizer all day long. Now, once that stuff is dry on you're fine to put it in a fish tank, but wet at all, and you get that in your tank, it can cause problems. It takes nothing soap to get in your tank and cause a problem, and then you're like, I don't know why my fish are dying, and there's nothing your parameters, and it creates a mystery that is just not fun to solve. Like, it's fun to solve mysteries where you're like, why is this fish not doing the normal things, or why is this plant growing different than this plant? But it's fun to solve mysteries like I screwed up and hurt my tank. That's not fun. So anytime you can eliminate the human factor, it's gonna make your life 1,000 times easier because you know that it wasn't something that you did that screwed it up. It was something in nature that happened. You know,
Yeah.
factor. I mean filters. I mean all of the maintenance stuff. I mean anytime you move water in or out of that thing, put food in that thing. Anytime you put a finger in that thing, that's human interaction, which can cause errors.
Patrick Hardy and John Oliver say hello to Dragon.
Hello. I'm probably not very good for my brand here. Every time I always put Dragon in when I'm on these panels, and I'm like, I should be saying Oddball Aquatics like as much as I possibly can, but I'm just at self-promotion.
I know, because nobody knows who you are.
There, that one, that's me. Ugh. Plus, I really need to get this mohawk fixed because currently it's COVID mohawk because I've been trying to shave it myself and I messed my lines up. I shaved into my cowlick over here. It's stupid problems.
I need to do that tonight myself.
Shave your head.
Yep.
It'd be easier for the whole thing.
Well, actually, mine's easier because I got the reverse thing going that you got.
Oh, you got the new.
Yeah.
I got nothing on top, just stuff on the side.
I wish. I want to shave it all off so bad, but I just don't. I'm not girly enough. I don't wear the makeup, and I don't do my eyebrows. And I feel like people would be like, "Whoa, you've gone too far."
Pam's got a beauty secret for you there.
What's that?
Gorilla Glue.
What, for your hair?
Yes.
Is that what those kids are doing?
Yeah.
Why?
I think they're doing it to sue. They're just doing it to sue Gorilla Glue.
There was a lady that did it. She put it in her hand and put it up against her head, and she couldn't get it off without cutting her hair.
What?
Well, because
she tried to sue because there's nothing on the bottle that says do not put it in your hair.
but it says don't put it on your hand. It says not on your skin. They're just scamming.
Why do we need directions like that? Why are people being stupid?
They're just scamming.
That's like this thing with the moss balls, the zebra mussel thing with the moss balls. So Aquatic Arts will be selling moss balls again starting on Monday. We got cleared from Fish and Wildlife, and we got to keep all of our stock because our quarantine process for Marimo moss balls is like industry to the point where we actually sent our quarantine process to one of the suppliers, the one that we get our stuff from, and they're implementing part of it before the stuff even hits the United States. So
That's good.
Are you guys adding copper to kill them all?
we have always done Cooper meat. So the process when we get them in, they're shipped almost dry, which is going to kill it anyways, because a zebra mussel can only survive like 7 days outside of water, and it takes usually 2 to 3 weeks in shipping. So 2 to 3 weeks in a dark box in shipping. Then we get the boxes in. We don't even open them for 2 weeks. So they spend over a month in those boxes, dry in the dark.
Wow.
We pull them out, and we put them into a salt bath that is like 60% higher than seawater. Like it's stupid high salt water. And at the same time, we hit them with a stupid high amount of cupramine, so they get a copper. Then they come out of that bath, they go into a washing machine that we modified. Like we literally put them through a washing machine to get all the cupramine out, all the salt out. And then they go into a brackish system as our holding tank. And then after that, before shipping, everything is rinsed through fresh water and hand inspected and then sent out. And when wildlife saw that, they've actually been destroying everybody's moss balls. So like Petco, all those places, everything got destroyed. Fish and Wildlife. But our supply and our wholesalers and our stock, they left alone. Because there's nothing. Yeah.
That's cool.
Take that. No need to bleach the tank. No nothing. Even if you find one of the zebra mussel shells in a moss ball from us, I promise you, number one, we almost always get all of those out beforehand because we have them hand inspected. Two, you're not going to find a live one in there, period. Nothing can survive that quarantine process.
Awesome.
So that's the zebra mussel update. We're back in action.
Susie Q's excited that you're here, and Eric Furlow says hello. Fishy Mine says hello.
Eric.
And Ames Spirit Fish says, "Is that the dragon from Aquatic Arts?" For question marks. That's the one.
It's the one. Hello.
Not only.
Working all up and being a freaking parent, but you know, you get
You
it.
know how that is.
Couple of people are saying it's choppy. Their sound's choppy on their end.
My sound.
I
Hang on.
don't know.
Let me
Just
try one thing.
people have said it's choppy. I don't know.
What's up, big tank?
We may have to do our muting our mic things again. Didn't that help? I don't know.
No, that didn't help the last time we did it.
It didn't. Oh, well, never mind. Hey, Geek Boy.
Well,
Be here.
Well, while Haley's
I would say
doing,
chances are it's me. It always is.
No, it's not.
No, I don't think that.
you know what? While Haley's not here, let's talk about
The sound is a little bit choppy.
Oh, that sounded pretty good. But
Does that sound better?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm coming back. I just gotta find my coffee.
okay, while she's getting her coffee, we want to talk about the Chattanooga swap meet real quick. When is the date, Bob?
The 24th Saturday.
Yep, and it'll be in front of Aquatic Aesthetics, my fish store, and Bob's fish store. And we wanted to ask Tiffany White if she wanted to join us at our table. And then, Tiffany, you don't have to pay for anything. I'm going to buy a table, and Bob's going to buy a table, and you can just sell all your beautiful angelfish right there. And if there's any other YouTuber people that would like to bring some fish, give us a heads up before you show up, just in case, so we don't have a million people. But that way we know what to do. But it'd be a lot of fun if people show up. There'll be stuff to buy, and there's a Mexican restaurant next door, so you can also get margaritas and have a fun time. Margaritas and burritos.
Burritos.
Now that sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can be a YouTuber. Look at this. I have like a tripod and things.
Haley, Maria's
Amazing.
the mod wants to know what your discount code is.
Ames, it's in Chattanooga, Tennessee, at Aquatic Aesthetics.
And Tiffany said she'd love to join you.
Awesome.
We're thinking about getting 2 tables, Tiffany. There's
Now-
4 or 5 of us.
Bob, do we have to bring our own tables? I'll find out. Because I have tables.
No, he's going to furnish them. That's how you pay the $10. Haley, I don't know if they can have your discount code for
Look, I know how to
aquatic
YouTube.
arts.
It's oddball 15 or oddball 10.
Get
Hang on, I'm
that?
gonna get into the chat.
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
get into the chat.
Rob is saying bring your own table.
I'll bring like a,
Yeah, that
a couple
audio
of
is
tables.
super choppy.
I also have a giant umbrella I can bring for us too, Bob.
Can you tell where it's at, Haley?
No,
Now, Haley, is the
no, because
oddball
I'm not that smart.
there's one that says oddball 15,
what?
one that says oddball 10. Is one for 15% off and one's for 10% off?
Right, the 15% off is a one-time thing, and the 10% off is however much you want to do it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Because it'd be like, yeah, let's just tell people about the oddball 15.
Okay, well,
Yeah, they track that. They
My-
track it to
okay.
see how popular I am, and let me tell you, secret history living in your aquarium always beats me. Always.
Oh. Boo.
He's
But
got
that's
his
right,
own.
because-
He's got his own coupon codes, and I'm telling you.
Well, Haley, maybe that'll change because he was on our show last week. So now that you're here, maybe you'll catch up.
We'll see. We'll find out.
Could we have Alex's code up there and we'll see who goes which way? I'm just messing. Okay.
Let's not do that. My security system's going off. There's a car outside.
Do you need to turn it
Yeah,
off?
we need to help Haley beat secret. No, it's fine. It's just recording. Yes, we need to help Haley beat Alex. So no using the secret history code. We use the oddball code. Thank you very much. Not that I don't love that kid. He's amazing. He's super, super smart. But man, can he go deep on a subject. Well, buddy.
Boy. So does anybody in
Oh,
chat have
Scott's Aquatics is here. He's on the site now.
Yeah. Anybody in the chat have any questions for
And if you
Haley
want
of plants?
to hold off on using that code and you're thinking about placing an order, we're getting new shipments in this week. So Thursday, Friday will be shipment nights, which means after about a week after that, as long as it's healthy, it'll come out of quarantine. If it has to stay another week in quarantine, it'll take a little longer. But we should have some new stuff in the next couple of weeks. So if you're looking for something specific, sign up for an email notification.
Carrie says
And
she
if you have
needs to make
questions,
orders soon.
email me.
Awesome.
Lighting. Talk about lighting. What about lighting? What kind of
What-
lights do you use, Ed?
I use AquaNeats because, I got 60 tanks, so I got to go cheap, and they work great. I mean, my plants are crazy. But I'm all 20 longs or 10s. So the light doesn't have to go
I
deep.
love a 20
and
long.
I just drop the light directly on top of the tanks, and I just make my lids from that plastic stuff. This stuff. So all
The
my lids.
corrugated stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those.
Polycarbonate.
I use $16 Walmart shop lights.
Oh, I have
'Cause I'm cheap.
some of those, but I actually found brighter ones that go to 5,000 because the Walmarts are only 3,200. If you guys live anywhere around a
Yes.
Menards has 5,000, and if you buy the double, It has a Bluetooth in there, so you can listen to your music when you're cleaning your tanks.
Oh, well, isn't that
Crazy.
just fancy?
I know. I was like, why is this making noise every time I plug it in? It goes, bleep, bleep, bleep.
Maybe
We
it's
got
Ed.
couple of super chats, if you guys can understand me. There's a $5 from Fish.
I think it's Ed. I think Ed is your audio.
I don't know. But Mike wants to
I think
know,
it's Ed's audio.
is Haley going to any aquarium events coming up?
All of them that I can. So right now I'm booked to go to the Killy Carnival. I'm actually doing pre-orders for their club for aquatic arts, so I have to actually take all of those orders with me to the Killy Carnival.
Wow.
I'm working on planning out Aquashella Orlando. I got a whole event list that's going on. Hang on a second. What do I got?
I'll be in Orlando.
You and James
I missed Quad City, so I was gonna go to Quad City Fish Swap, but I missed that. That was today. Killy Carnival, Michiana auction is in May. Aquashella Orlando, Aquashella Chicago, the Keystone Clash in September, Aquashella Dallas, and then somewhere in between there. So one of the other things that I'm doing is there's a virtual event for the NEC convention this year. So if you really want to go to like a big event that's like a big deal, the NEC convention's usually held in Connecticut, but it's a huge thing, but they're doing it all virtual this year. But they're doing like a lot. It's going to be like a 2-day event virtually. So I'm going to be at that virtually. And I'm going to do a video about it probably next week. Callie from Bucks County Aquarium Society was talking to me about that last week. Are you going to be at the Killy Carnival, Mike? That would be so cool. We need to run the auction at the Killy Carnival. Help me take over that. That would be fun.
That'd be
Actually,
awesome.
never mind. I've seen the names on some of those killifish, and Ted Judy will be there, and I don't want to look like a jack schmack.
Haley, I'm going to be in St. Louis for the ACA. That's at the end of June.
When is the ACA?
American Cichlid
No,
Association.
I know what it is. When is it?
Oh, it's I think it's June 30th through July 2nd, maybe, or July 3rd. I'm thinking that's what it is.
All right, I got it on my thing, and so that would put it right after Aquashella Orlando. So if I can pull that one off, I'm gonna do that one too. I'm trying to get Aquatic Arts to get some tables at some of these things, and like get some T-shirts and start acting like a business.
If you guys need help at one of those stands, I'd be happy to help you guys. You ever need it? Just because I think it's fun. And
I will keep that in mind. You can at least come help me and hang out with me. Tom Patterson wanted to know when Aquatic Arts' storefront is going to open and if I'm going to be part of the store. So I will be part of the store because it will be at our warehouse. I'm not sure as far as a date when it's going to be opening. We just got the new warehouse, and we're working over the next 6 months to get everything moved over into our larger space and set up all of our new tanks. All the new tanks got delivered. It's going to be huge. It's our summer for anybody that works for Aquatic Arts is going to be absolutely insane because we are moving our entire operation to a new facility, and we are not a giant pop tiny little store. Most of the guys that work with me are younger than me, and there's probably less than, even with the people that work remotely, I bet you we have less than 30 employees. So it's going to be a task.
Yeah.
But soon we will have a storefront where we can have actual customers in store to hang out with and talk fish with, which will be so much fun.
That will be nice. We got one more super chat here. It's from Pelican Creek Aquatics for $3.33. And it says, great guest, Bob. Haley rocks.
$3.33.
Yep. Said Haley rocks. Great.
Oh, I try. I don't know about. Thank you.
Carrie's going to be at the ACA.
Ugh,
Chewy's got the ACA date there,
I miss Carrie. Carrie, I miss you.
July 23rd to 25th, St. Louis.
Oh, I thought it was at the end of June, but okay, cool. On the 22nd, I'm going to be taking people to the St. Louis Zoo. St. Louis Zoo is the third best zoo in the world, and it's free.
The St. Louis
It's
Zoo is
amazing.
awesome.
Not enough people know about it. It's amazing, and
I
people
love
just don't realize
the St.
how
Louis
great it
Zoo.
is. Yep.
Patrick, I didn't. Will
And-
you retype it, please? Sorry, Ed.
Oh, I
No,
see
no
it. He said El Tigre antlers. Yeah, I was on your live stream last week asking you about them and why only males when they are listed. So my lights are about to go off. We only get in males from the supplier on those El Tigres. The only time we get females is if we can find a supplier locally. And for the life of us, we haven't been able to find one at the moment. So, and we are not the company that will take assorted live bearers and put them with a specific strain of live bearers. That's not something we're okay with doing. So we're just not going to offer females because we don't have the actual El Tigre females.
Hey, Haley.
Now it's dark in here. I finally got all my lights on timers though.
We see you okay, though. We see you fine.
Deborah Lewis asked me what the Latin name for guppy grass is. It's like something with an N, isn't it?
The Latin name for what?
Guppy grass.
Nausea grass. It's
You can literally find it anywhere from Florida all the way to Ontario.
yeah, Naja's guadalupensis
Thanks.
or guadalupensis.
I wasn't going to
Guadalupensis.
I hope that helps, Deborah.
How come so many things in our hobby, so many things in Latin end with pensis or penensis or penensis?
Does that mean plant?
Why is that? What is going? I don't know. It means who cares? The point is they made that language up. Every language is made up, and they're the ones that decided that that was the verbiage they were going to use. Like somebody somewhere at some point in history was looking at words and was like, "You know what this needs on the end of it?" I find things like that hilarious. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why they pick Latin. Like, we want as many syllables as we can say and make it as confusing as possible.
Well, not just that, but like think about even normal things like I was watching a bunch of TikTok videos that was making me think about this, and I was like, who's you know how crazy you have to be the first person to do something? Like think about mudding, like in your truck, like taking your truck out mud. Who was the first person that was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take my truck out here and see if I can not get it stuck in a situation that it should absolutely be stuck in. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And I bet all of his friends were like, "You're an idiot. You're gonna get your truck stuck out there." And now there's whole groups of people that's all they do with their weekend is they go try to get their truck not stuck where a truck should be stuck at. Funny. I find people funny.
You know,
Priscilla, as soon as you buy me a plane ticket, I'm coming to Colorado.
there you go. Haley, I felt good recently when I realized that I do know quite a bit of Latin, but it's Latin for medical terminology and diseases and body parts, and so it doesn't do me any good, but at least I can learn it, evidently.
Latin gets fun when you start learning like what the different things are, because you can speak it and know exactly what you're saying without having ever heard a word before, especially when it comes to things like body and health stuff. Like as soon as you know, like myopathy, somebody says myopathy to you, if you know Latin terminology, you can tell me what that is. Like, what is that?
Muscle,
that?
muscle pain, muscle soreness.
Yeah. Yep. Swiss Aquatics. I got you.
I saw Priscilla, so I just was going to throw people's stickers up as I see them. Are there magnets?
Oh, I got you.
Magnets. So instead of saying hi, I just do that. But it's cool.
Maria's.
Oh yeah, Kevin said it's hard to speak, easy to read, for sure. I still can't say the name of Gary Lang's rainbow fish because I always want to call it the langii. But the way you pronounce the I at the end of Latin words is different than that, so I'm always pronouncing it wrong. The langii? Langi? I don't know. I have an extra vowel.
It's Langi, just like his name and I. Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah. Langii? I don't know. I at least try, but that's why I need Mike. See, I can auction all day long, but I know I'm going to butcher a lot of those names, and Mike can just get through them flawlessly. So Mike says the name, and then I auction the bag. It works great.
Mike rolls them off his tongue quicker than you can hold them up, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I can do it with a lot of different species, but especially when you get into those cichlids, some of the names on those things, I'm just like, what are you thinking?
Dan Slee said we can say it however we want because it's a dead language.
Yeah.
Sanskrit is a dead language too, but they teach it in college.
That's true.
Well, Haley,
And Elvish has never been a live language, but I speak that, so.
and Klingon.
I don't speak Klingon. I'm not that level of nerd.
Oh. Iklok Chok.
I speak Elvish.
I wanted to say that you know your Elvish. She gave me some Elvish names for my first saltwater puffer. Yep.
I remember that. We ended up naming him Mellog, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for friend.
Well, Haley, when you're harvesting plants to sell it, like swaps or on your shop that you used to run on, how do you do it? Do you just pull it directly out of your soil? Does that mess up your water? What do you do?
No, I just pull it out. Just pull it out.
But then it makes all your water messy.
Once it's ready, that depends on how fast you pull things. I have dirted tanks. So when I'm pulling a plant, what you guys see is a time lapse that takes about 5 seconds actually probably takes me somewhere around 5 to 10 minutes. Because if you very slowly work your fingers down into that root ball and you very slowly pull it up, you can avoid the crap cloud that it's going to produce.
Okay, I thought maybe like pulling a hair, you go quick and fast. And so I clouded my whole tank up when I was doing it.
Yeah, no, if you pull fast, you're pulling everything that those roots have gripped onto up through your water column. What you want is to get as much of that out of the roots as you can before you lift it above the sand layer. Now I have dirted tanks with sand cap on the top.
So do I.
I'm trying to get as much out of that root ball before I pull it through the sand layer as I possibly can, because once I get it up in the water column, that's when that stuff's going everywhere. So nice and slow. You can feel it. If you see, I have OCD, so I do things very not necessarily in a structured way, but like a certain way. And if I hear roots ripping, or I feel, you can feel it, you can feel that almost pop, crackle sound when you pull a plant. That drives me nuts. Like it's nails on a chalkboard for me. So everything I do when I'm pulling plants is to avoid that noise, because I can't. What
Awesome.
about filling tanks, though? It seems like a mess. It's not a mess if you see slow. slow and steady. Like, everybody wants everything to be done. Sometimes it just takes some time to move through something. So let's say you're filling a dirted tank for the first time. So you're filling it from the substrate level up. You're not going to want to just crank your water on. You're going to want to very slowly let the water rise above that dirt and sand cap. And then once you get it above there where there's actually a water column, you put something in front of that flow, like a plate or bowl or something that's going to, the water's going to hit it first. I usually use a rock because I want that rock in my tank anyway so that I can fill it over the top of that rock so it doesn't disturb the substrate layer. But once you have plants in there, they're going to hold all that together anyway.
Awesome. Well, that's good to know. I was thinking if I went real fast, maybe the sand would just collapse into the hole and it wouldn't pull the dirt up. That's why I went fast. So I overthink.
It will happen that way. It will happen that way if you go slow. If you go slow, the sand will collapse into the hole because you'll have loosened everything up. But if you go fast, it's going to pull it all up in the water column. That's no fun. Then you got to clean it up. And that's no fun.
Yeah.
50% water changes. Always 50% water changes.
I always
People
do
don't
that.
change enough water.
Yeah, I agree. I always do 50. I didn't always, but I do now.
Do you do 50
I used to
in your
think-
shrimp tanks?
In my
Oh
water.
yeah, 50 everywhere. Sometimes more.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's awesome.
Big water bill.
If I really want to clean something, I'll go 75 on it. I don't really care because most of what supports your water column is in your substrate anyway, or in your filter if you run a filtered aquarium. So as long as you're not cleaning that filter, you can change that full volume of water, and it's not going to do a darn thing to your system other than clean it.
Awesome.
Anybody else?
Can't try 55. That's funny.
Questions? Trying to keep an eye out for questions. We got
I
6
see a dog.
people here.
Paul McCarthy's going to bed. Good night.
I see that.
Sweet
Paul.
dreams.
I was trying to be clever and think up a good Beatles song to say goodnight to, but I couldn't.
You could use the Sound of Music song.
A doe,
So
female,
long,
dear.
farewell.
Oh,
Okay, that's the wrong song, but right movie.
16 going on
Play.
17.
No. Oh, you want to know what's funny about that?
What?
When I was 7 years old, I played Gretel in the Sound of Music for my high school.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Did you?
I played George
I did.
Washington when I was
Hang
7.
on. Hang on.
Guys, you have to go back and find the live stream, which shows her wedding pictures one day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
or
man,
her,
my wedding pictures are crazy.
did you have a cheerleader picture too?
Yeah, but we don't talk about that.
I played the water boy.
Kevin, can you hear me well enough to ask you
We
a
don't talk
question?
about it.
Bob, you just got a
Somewhere
super
in
chat
here.
from
Yeah, I know. I was trying to ask those two questions first, but I'll do the super chat. Thanks, Mike. Mike Supplies and Things. You super chat $10 for art treats. Thank you, Mike. And Mike's one of our members, and he also has a beautiful snake. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Named Dusty.
Somewhere. I have those pictures.
Can you
There
hear
you
me? Oh, let me get you up there by yourself. Hold on.
Can you see that? That's
Wow.
little me there on the very end.
Oh my God, you were so tiny.
Right there. I know, right?
Now, Haley, were you
That's
always
little
tiny
me.
in every class?
The Von Trapp family singers. Oh yeah.
That's
I was the biggest kid until kindergarten was over. And then they were like, nope, you're small. You're just going to be small. Thank you so much for the smallness. Oh.
So Haley, here's a couple questions for you.
Go ahead.
Kevin wants to know how often for water changing on shrimp tanks, and do you use RO water?
I do not use RO water. I water change 50% once a week on everything, even the shrimp tanks.
And she has amazing shrimp tanks.
Yeah.
Right now, I have a rainbow, or my 50 lowboy with the baby rainbows in it that I've been trying to catch for forever.
Yep.
So Lucas was over here the other day, and he goes, did you know you've got baby rainbows in your 50 lowboy? And I was like, duh, I've been trying to catch them for like 3 months. And he goes, no, you have baby rainbows in your 50 lowboy. The stupid ones that I can't catch out of there have gotten big enough that they're breeding now. So now there's more.
Yeah.
You've had them longer than 3
dang
months.
It. Stop eating my shrimp.
When Sean and James and I went over to your house to look at your tanks, they were there.
Oh, yeah, they've been in there for like a year. Dang it. I don't know, man. It's a problem, and I can't catch them. Can't do it. It's stupid. Oh, here you go. Here's more freaking Sound of Music pictures. Singing all of the songs. Here's Haley in a dress. Don't look at that for very long. Okay, that's gone. There's a wedding picture.
Oh,
Crazy. Craziness. But see, I've looked like this my whole life. That's me in junior high. No, that was probably 6th grade. Same person. Bandana,
yep.
t-shirt. Nothing's different. More. Oh, here you go. Okay, you're going to get this for 2 seconds. I hope you're paying attention. Here it is, and now it's gone.
That was
Nobody
nice.
saw that.
Yeah, we did.
It's ridiculous. I've had animals my whole life, too.
Yeah, you used to keep reptiles before fish, didn't you?
Yep.
Haley, do you still have
All
crabs?
kinds of reptiles. I do still have crabs. I actually just brought 20 more crabs home because they bred again at Aquatic Arts.
That is so
I just
cool.
brought home a whole other batch of those suckers. I can't believe they're breeding in those holding containers. I just think that's crazy.
Well, they got to do
Pictures
something.
do I
with
have
it,
in here? Oh, these are all my kids. This is when the pictures really took off. That's when I had my kid.
Now, do you get to sell those? Are those yours, or do you have to bring them back? Because you could sell those at a swap.
They're technically mine unless I bring them back and sell them back to them. Because I'm putting all the food in to raise them.
Cool.
So otherwise they'd just be getting eaten in our holding bins. But I am setting up a paludarium at work so that I don't have to bring them home anymore and I can just put them straight into that paludarium.
Now, are those fiddlers
Just
or
because I think
pump?
better on them.
Are they
They're
fiddlers?
vampire crabs. They're marble and rainbow vampire crabs. Look how cute my kid is.
Oh,
She's so stinking cute.
Sorry.
Okay, enough with the pictures. But yeah, Sound of Music. I'm so glad I pulled out all these pictures for that.
I'm glad you took those pictures.
Oh my gosh.
Haley's
This is my scrapbook.
boss wants to know what your favorite fish is.
does anybody know what Haley's favorite fish is?
Yeah, I'm gonna let the audience answer that. Oh,
Yep.
here you go. Here's a good one. That's my prom picture. See that?
Rope fish.
Full on Renaissance prom picture.
Aw,
That dress was ridiculous. Okay, I'm putting all this up.
Rope
You guys
fish
get
is
back
her
in.
favorite fish.
Thank you.
I think
So
it's
rope fish for life, rope fish today, rope fish tomorrow, rope fish forever.
He's going to become a
Speaking of
doctor.
rope fish, I gotta move all of them. Oh, I gotta shut this mini pond right here that you can't see very well. This one that's underneath the 50 low boy right there. I gotta
Yeah.
shut that down. It's got my 7 quarantined rope fish in it, but it's like leaning forward, and I think it's gonna break. So I gotta put all those rope fish into the pond, and then I gotta build another pond because there's gonna be 13 rope fish in the pond. Rope fish for the win. See, y'all know what my favorite fish is. I don't have to answer that question. That's the good thing about having one favorite fish.
Well, one person.
Everybody knows.
So now they know. Is the shipping free on those discount codes? Is that what y'all are saying? I don't think so.
No, there's no free shipping.
May not be there.
We ship everything. So at Aquatic Arts, we ship everything that is alive next day air. And we do that because it's the safest for the animals. However, it is more expensive. The difference between our prices and the prices that you see on like other very large fish shipping websites, the reason they can offer free shipping is because they work that into the price of their fish. We don't work our shipping into the price of our fish, but you do have to pay the shipping.
Mr. Manifesto wants to know if a rope fish is a viper.
They are related. They are not the same thing. So a Bashir, so when you look at like the family tree, you've got Bashirs over on this side and all the different types of Bashirs. So the Indicari, the Senegalis, the Ornatopenis, all of the different types of Bashirs. And then on this other branch, you have the rope fish, and there's just rope fish. There's not different types of rope fish. It's just rope fish. So they're in the same like genre, but they're a different species.
Rope fish are much longer.
Oh yeah. Well, depending on what type of Bashir you're talking about, a rope fish isn't going to be longer than a full-grown Indicari and Lacari.
Yeah,
that's going to be this freaking big.
Let's say they have a lot more spine. A lot more bones.
Like a Bashir is usually much thicker of a fish, and a rope fish is usually much thinner and longer, more snake-like. And a Bashir is like, like a tank.
There's a comment for you, Haley, on the screen.
We're talking about the cheerleader pics as blackmail for free shipping. Good luck. Pam already put them out there everywhere. It don't matter.
I know.
I'm not that worried about it. I can own it.
Got to find something else.
But Mike's right. If you're nice enough to me and you live close enough and you ask me real hard, I might just drive them to you, because I did that for Mike one time.
Yep.
Because he didn't want to ship some. He was boats that we got in, and they are not great shippers. So we tried shipping them to him once, and they didn't make it. So I ended up just packaging them up and driving them halfway to Ohio. Patrick said, "What is the smallest known rope fish?" Well, there's only one species of rope fish. So a newborn rope fish would be the smallest known rope fish, and they're very, very teeny, and they're called fingerlings. They're very small, and they have external gills just like Bashirs do in their babies.
That's cool.
Lunatic Fringe, thank you for the correct terminology. The rope fish and the Bashir belong to the same family, but not the same genus. Thank you for knowing biology and for making smartness sounds. Thank you.
Haley, you know that's Chewy, right? Lunatic is Chewy.
Is that you?
That's
Now-
Chewy.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember what this is.
Of course he knows the answer.
How's my car going after the squirrel incident? I see you, Adele. How's my car going after the squirrel incident? Well, no, so far no more incidents. I mean, it's running. Not running well, but it's running. What size tank does a rope fish need? My car's a piece of junk. What size tank does a rope fish need? I don't believe in telling people tank sizes. A rope fish needs enough space to be happy. If you can provide that in a 20 long and you're keeping up on your tank maintenance, you can probably pull that off. If you're just talking about like physical space, you probably want something more along the lines of a 40 breeder. However, to each their own. I have quarantined rope fish in 10-gallon tanks before because it's all about how well you maintain your tank, not about what the actual size is.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about red-tailed catfish, don't put that in a 10-gallon.
Going back to Haley's car, though, it looks like it's been bit by a great white. So that's what's pretty cool about it.
It looks like it's been in Sharknado.
Yeah.
It's got a big shark bite on the side of it.
Oh, yeah. I missed that question earlier about leaf fish.
Leaf fish? African leaf fecks off of live insects. I have a mealworm farm, so it's not an issue for supply. I just don't think he gets all the nutrients he needs. How to get him off of live insects?
I thought mine just ate brine, bloodworms, and pellets. I had them for years. They were just like, I thought they were easy.
So this would be my recommendation for that. If you're putting those mealworms into the tank, like you're feeding him mealworms into the tank, like drop and then he eats it, drop and he eats it, okay? You drop a mealworm in, he eats that. And then you drop in some more food, like some kind of staple food, like maybe like some bug bites or something that's like black soldier fly larva, whatever staple food you're trying to switch them to, okay? You drop that in at the same time that you're dropping the mealworms in. That way he understands that those are both food things. This is a food thing happening. Because that's how I switch the baby bettas from microworms over to fry food, is for a week I would put the microworms in and the fry food in at the same time, and then I just stopped putting the microworms in one day. And I just put the fry food in. So tricking them, that would be my suggestion, tricking them into understanding that this is also a food and you can eat it by putting it with what they are already eating. Eats a pellet, then spits it out right after. He doesn't like that. My best advice on finding the right fish food, the right pellet food, is smell it. The right fish food will smell like absolute disgustingness. Fish love a stinky food. That's how I got the my Bashirs off of bloodworms. Is I started feeding them these Massivore Delight pellets from Hikari. And those things stink to high hell. Love it. Fish eggs. What about fish eggs?
I think he's saying for food. Something.
Oh, yeah. Get something breeding in there. They'll eat that all day long.
Rob from Aquatic Aesthetics, he'll use the, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember, the eggs from Fritz. It comes in a bottle, and you can squeeze the eggs out of the thing. It's really neat. He showed me.
I haven't heard about that.
I haven't seen that. That's something Fritz is doing?
Well, actually, they had to put a pause on it until the disease goes away, but they're going to bring it back because I wanted to buy some from him, and then he said he was down to like 2 bottles left, and I said, "Oh, you just keep it for your fish." But yeah, it's really cool product that Fritz has, and the fish love it.
Oh my gosh! Do you guys want to hear some stuff that you can't tell anybody else because it's kind of like secrets?
Sure. You
Yeah,
can trust
sure.
us.
Because I'm like super excited about it. So there's another YouTuber, and I'm not going to tell you his name because that would totally blow it for him and he'll kick my butt. But he's working with this company that is making these ponds that are like, you know, the pools or the ponds that they set up to have like the PVC bracing around the sides.
Yeah.
Or like metal bracing around the sides, and it kind of looks like a swimming pool type thing.
Yeah.
So there's this company that is making those, and they're making like a 400 some odd gallon one, and a 900 gallon one, and a 200 gallon one. But and you know, it comes in a kit box or whatever. But it has a front viewing panel. The whole front panel of it is clear. I'm just like, I have to have that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it. They haven't hit the market yet. They're not for sale yet, but they're going to be for sale. He just got done water testing the first one, and I'm like, oh, I need a 400 gallon one because I need to put rope fish in it. And then you could be able to see them underwater and in the mud, and glorious.
Awesome.
Genius.
Rob says he also gets his his fish eggs from the bait shop. Very cool.
Am I still looking for older rope fish? Yes, if you think you have an older rope fish, hit me up, because I'm always looking for old rope fish.
That's because they have to be a certain size to breed.
They got to be 15 years old to breed,
So
which
the
is
big,
crazy.
I need one of those
The
ponds.
bigger and older, the better.
It's 2 minutes after
I need
Bob.
that pond that Greg Woodstock owes me.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that today.
I've been in contact with them. I'm trying to get them. They've been so busy, and I don't really want to wait that much longer because I really want to put that pond in this summer in the backyard. So I told him, I said, if you will just send me the kit, I'll put it in myself. So I think that may be what happens.
Okay.
I am going to the Keystone Clash in September, for sure. Keystone Clash is such a good time. Highly, highly recommend if you're a fish nerd. Last Keystone Clash, we ended up staying up all night playing Dungeons and Dragons in the atrium of the hotel. It was glorious.
Hey, they're wanting me to wind it down.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. I gotta go to work.
I know.
I gotta answer
Here and
emails.
listen to you for hours. Will you come back another time?
Yes, sir. Anytime for you. Anytime that I can fit it in.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Fortunately, my child went to sleep at a very good time tonight. It's amazing what a good book will do for your ability to sleep. I'm probably reading books that are too outside of her age bracket, but I don't really care because she's learning things. We're currently reading Life of Pi,
Oh, cool.
which, if you've ever read that, is nothing but religion and a struggle between life and death.
Yep,
It's a lot of fun for a 6-year-old.
yep. I'm sure it put her down. Well, thank you so much. It's always awesome to hear you speak. Thanks everybody for coming out. We had really record attendance, so that's awesome. And thanks the super chatters, and thank you mods, thank you members, and most of all, thank you Haley for providing something for us to listen to and learn.
You're welcome, Bob. Anytime.
Thank you, Haley.
Thanks everybody.
It was
Bye.
good to meet you. Love you, Ed.
Thank you. I'm waving. You just can't see.
I can't see you. For some reason, I'm all up on Front Street.
Okay.
I gotta
We're
go.
Bye.
I think I will pick it up.
Thank you, Haley.
Bye. All right, guys. Take care. See y'all Wednesday afternoon at 6. Thanks, panel. I don't think I said Thanks to the panel. Thank you, guys.